Hello everybody and welcome back to another Marketplace update video to wrap up week 9 of 2026. And as usual, the third-party add-ons you see in these videos will arrive in the PlayStation 5 Marketplace in the spring. And unlike Monday, Thursday is packed with quite a bit. We have 3 new aircraft, the Aeroplane Heaven B-25J and Black Square's Piston and Turbine Duke. We'll start off with the B-25. It is $32.99, available on the PC and Xbox, and looks pretty cool, you know? If you're really into those old World War aircraft, seems like a great option to dive on into. Then we'll move on over to Black Square's high fidelity, or is that really what you want to call it? Either way, these are the high-end, like really in-depth general aviation aircraft from them. They're both $47.99 for both the turbine and piston version of the aircraft. And as usual, you know, the model looks fantastic. I'm sure they're pretty in-depth as well. Really wish they'd support career mode. Maybe I'd be more interested in that, but either way, great looking planes. We have a new tool from Parallel 42. It's the typical weather engine for $19.99. I guess it's their own weather thing. I don't know. To me personally, I like the in-sim weather, so it's not something that I'm particularly interested in, but if you are, it is available there for you. And we have one new livery pack for the C-17 from Stoll Addicts for $5.99. It also includes a free 24-hour trial if you'd like to check it out. So it's the Air Force Reserves with a bunch of different liveries that look pretty fantastic. Moving into airports, we have another add-on from Clifford for $9.99. It's the Supai Village helipad, which is pretty cool, seeing some Indian reservation locations come into the sim. Thought that was pretty neat, so little transformation of the town inside of the Grand Canyon, which looks pretty cool, you know? Got some people hanging outside the little helipad. I'm assuming that's their main transport in and out of the town, because they are in the Grand Canyon here. Clifford, of course, did some waterfall work as well, but I couldn't find where in the world that would be in the in the default sim, so I focused on getting the pictures that I could actually replicate here. But as usual, with Clifford, you can't go wrong. They always make great add-ons for the sim regarding scenery. And hey, you know what? I'm all about seeing some more Indian reservation add-ons for the sim. Pretty neat. So we'll move on over to the next one here, which is from HR SimYard for $17. It's a heliport, I think in the southern part of Germany, if I remember correctly. For 18 bucks, I'm expecting to see all the buildings in the area not be just the generic buildings, because look at the one in the background there. Pretty sure that's the same building that it was in the generic one. Some of the window work on that white building on the right side doesn't, I mean, I don't know. This just doesn't seem worth $18 for a helipad and somewhat of some work done on the buildings around the heliport here. But yeah, it's just, it looks okay. Maybe something that would probably be worth more at the $5 range, because here are a couple, like, I don't know, they're probably not log cabins, but you'll see nothing was changed with them. They look exactly the same as they do in the default sim. Now this next one must be an early April Fool's joke, because it is $30 from AZR Sim. It's the Tripoli International Airport, and this is not worth $30. I can tell you right off the bat. There's no interior to the terminal. The terminal is pretty basic on the work that's been put into it. Not sure what the rock pattern along the taxiway is there. But I think I'd rather just keep the no invisible terminal in the default sim than spending $30. I don't know what's going on with the jetway that's glitched through the building. There's no interior, like I said, and just the outside looks pretty basic regarding the work that was done. So I'm not sure why we're asking for $30 for this. I'm also not sure what's happening here, but it's just a boneyard for luggage carts, I guess. It just looks really sloppy, and absolutely not worth a single dollar of that $30 in the slightest. So, anyways, let's move on over to Canada, where we'll check out Net Design's $9.99 Smith Falls Montague airport. Probably butchering the pronunciation of that, but a nice little airport here with, I kind of like the way the hangars are. They're all kind of colorful. Got some reds and blues and everything. You'll kind of see that here. This is along the runway on the eastern part of the airport. We'll move on over to the other side where you can see more of those custom hangars being built. The only negative is it doesn't seem like any of these hangars are enterable. So maybe something in the future that could be kind of tweaked and worked on. Because, you know, I've gotten a fascination of having hangars that are actually enterable. Plop some of your general aviation planes in there. Get some cool pictures. I think that'd be pretty cool. But overall, the work for the price, I think, is well done here. You get a nice aerial shot. They did some water work on the left side over here, which looks really good. And then, like I said, you can see all the colors going on in those little hangars on the western side of the airport. So, very nicely done. Just get those hangars open and I'm all for it. This next one is probably my favorite one from today. It's from Luchadev for $14.99. It's the Andreas Sabella International Airport for $14.99. So keep in mind that $30 airport. Check this. I'm really happy. Look at how this transitions. That mountain is spot on. I love when I get a match perfectly there. But look at this. For 15 bucks, the interior's done. The terminal's looking fantastic. Jetways with the advertisements on there. Looking nice and crisp. Here we're at the front of the terminal of the generic office building in the default sim. Great custom tree work going on. Roads are nicely modeled out. And just some extra details along the sidewalk on the drop-off point there. You can see inside the terminal. Looking really nice. And of course, covering up the really outdated satellite imagery going on here. They have a cool control tower here. I really like it. Something a bit different. It looks kind of funny, but I like it. This was supposed to be a night picture, and I completely forgot about it. But you get it. Generic night at a building or at an airport with no custom work never looks that great. They did fantastic with the night lights, with the tower poles, and then seeing the lighting inside the terminal as well. Very nice. And I wanted to show this too. Excellent work on your marketplace page. The first pictures is the overall terminal and airport. I love it. And look how many pictures they put on the bottom. Keep up the fantastic work, Luchadev. And our final item of the day is from Backwoods Studios for a low cost of $4.49. It's the Fly-By-Night Airstrip over in California. So overall, I mean, not too much to really do here, but they did do some elevation changes, made a full interior house, which is pretty cool. And then I think a greenhouse, or I'm not really sure what's going on at this airport, but overall, some new vegetation has been put in as well. But here's where you'll see the elevation change on the left side. Just have a bit more of a slope on that hill. The dirt looks better. You can actually see the runway a lot clearer than you can in the default sim. Beautiful view there, by the way. And over here, you can see on the left side the greenhouse. And then on the right side, we have some hangar, and I believe another house further to the right of this shot here. And there we go, everybody. That is another marketplace update. Some great new additions in the aircraft department, some cool airports, and some that are just flat out overpriced. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.